Yo guys, welcome to the video. Welcome to the video. We're gonna be talking about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This just happened. The game is over now. 22-24. The Philadelphia Eagles pull the win, and I will wholeheartedly say this was a pretty solid game. I didn't end up with the result I wanted or I thought would happen in Dallas, and it's not really what you would think. I mean, let's just do a base comparison here, right? Dak Prescott had a pretty solid game, 21-34, a very lackluster second half with a booming first half. Jalen Hurts, 19 for 23, a lot of short passes. I think I saw one deep one to the man right here, leading receiving yards in Jahan Dotson, and 152 yards, but that's not where the real highlight comes. As you can see, Saquan is not the highlight rusher. 14 carries, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. This was really a Jalen Hurts game. He started off with the start of the Eagles' touchdowns being a rushing touchdown from him, I think followed up by another rushing touchdown from him. Now, the Eagles played a very good game defensively with one of their best defensive players missing, and that is Jalen Carter. I call Jalen Carter a fucking thug because of what he did to Jordan Love last year, and he's just a really dirty player. That is what he is. I will not knock down his skill, right? Like, you have to look at Kirby Joseph and say that he's good. That doesn't make him not a dirty ass player. Jalen Carter is a dirty ass player, and he shows it with spitting on Dak Prescott. Now, I saw Dak did a disrespectful move first. He spit on the ground towards him. That does not mean that you can spit on him. That's very different. If someone spits on the ground towards spitting on you is very different. If I say fuck you, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's aggression towards that, but I'd be more mad at the fuck you. If I go fuck you, you know what I mean? That's very different. And Jalen Carter got ejected before even the first play for, his act, and I think it was obviously very well deserved. Then a heater from Ceedee Lamb instantly. I think it was 3 receptions for 76 yards. Real deep threat. But at the end of the day, the game is also lost by their best receiver. Ceedee Lamb, 7 receptions, 110 yards. I cannot say he did bad this game. He was doing stellar. The issue came for Ceedee in the last drive. The last drive, a 43-yard bomb sent towards Ceedee Lamb, and he drops it. He burnt the guy. It was a very wide open catch, and he dropped it, just slipped through the fingers. Not like shit like that happens, you know what I mean? Then on the last play of the drive, I think it was 4th and 3, a fade ball is thrown to Ceedee Lamb again by Dak, and it is dropped. Ceedee beats himself up about it. 2 very bad drops. I cannot lie to you. It would be a disservice to say that these were anything but just bad drops. Bad beats happen, and a player of Ceedee Lamb's caliber, shit like this will definitely happen. A bad beat, nothing we can really say about it. Just got to keep it pushing. Ceedee is a stellar player, obviously 7 for 110, but a player I want to put on highlight here, a real low light player, the Eagles. Where are you at, bud? Receiving man, A.J. Brown, with 1 reception by the end of the game. He had 1 reception with a minute left on the clock. And you know why that happened? Do you guys remember how everyone was mad at Mike Evans, calling him all sorts of things? Because he decided to fake a spike so he could get 1,000 yards and continue his amazing streak of 1,000-yard seasons, and hopefully, if he does it again this year, break the record of one Jerry Rice. You know what I mean? That's a real big thing. A.J. Brown got a reception at the end of the game just so that he would never have a game with 0 yards. He has never had a game with 0 yards. This was going to be it. He had 0 targets throughout the entire game. He was actually just cardio, man. And what are you supposed to say? A.J. Brown's elite, this, that. That was not elite play out there. He could never get open. He was locked down, whether it was Deron Bland, Trayvon Diggs, whether a safety came down. Every situation, we saw a good couple of catches from Devontae Smith. Only 3, obviously, but he did it when they needed it. I think it was a very crucial first down that he got. Jahan Dotson, real good deep ball out there. And a couple more. There was some real guys. Goddard was really saving them on the receiving side, running the ball. Obviously, Saquon Barkley exists. He had a great rushing game for 60. As we know, Saquon was the #1 player last year. He was insane. He won Opoy. It's not happening again, and they put the world on notice as The Cowboys, known as a very bad run-stopping team, have held him to 60 yards. 60 yards is still really good. Of course 60 yards is really good. If he does that for 10 games, that's 600. You know what I mean? That's not like the greatest thing to have at the end of the game, but it's still something pretty substantial. You know what I mean? Would I say that his averages are very clearly less? Yes. Did his only touchdown come on like a 3-yard rush or like a 5-yard rush at the end, like later in the game? Yes. Was this game really lost by the Cowboys, not won by the Eagles? Yeah. The Eagles scored very early on, but made a lot of mistakes and gave up the ball in very crucial times. They lost the ball just over 4 times in the second half. This was very bad, and considering that they got a fumble, like they fumbled, I think it was Jihad Campbell, the rookie. Told you guys to keep an eye on him. Jihad Campbell, the rookie, fumbled Javonte Williams, picked up by Quinion Mitchell, and they proceed to not score on that drive. It's just, you know, it's just not what you really expect from the previous Super Bowl winners. Someone I do want to put on notice is Zach Bond. You know, I'm not an Eagles fan, but Zach Bond really put me on notice this game. He could fly around. He had great coverage. He even hawked down what seemed to be a touchdown from Miles Sanders. This was a very good player. Like, I knew Zach Bond was doing a lot better on the interceptions-wise and as a linebacker last year, but wow, I can really see the impact a player like him makes. Another one would be the guy who just came in here. Where are you, gang? Where are you? I can't see you, Kenny Clark. I can't see you, Kenny Clark. Where are you at, man? Where's Kenny Clark? Whatever. Kenny Clark shared a sack with who's my guy? Who's my guy? Nealand. Kenny Clark and Nealand had a very... Oh, it's because I'm looking at... Of course, I'm looking at the Eagles. All right? Kenny Clark and Nealand shared a sack today, I believe. Okay, wow, they just gave it to Nealand. They did not give it to Kenny Clark. That's crazy. Okay, well, Kenny Clark very much helped on that. Kenny Clark and Nealand were very good. Nealand being the edge, they showed that maybe for now at least, from what I'm seeing, they didn't really need Mike as much as we thought. Even though they still lost the game, they still showed plenty, right? Back to the Eagles side. A.J. Dillon had some good rushes. I'm not gonna lie, he did it when they needed it. So did Will Shipley. You can tell they got depth out there. These are some guys who can really run the ball. That's something that's crazy. For you can say, like, I mean, obviously Jalen Hurts can run. 14 carries is ridiculous, but you can really tell that these guys can move the ball very well. This was a very good matchup from both of them. I could say I expected more offensively in the second half, but nonetheless, still a good game. I just wanted to talk about this. Jordan Davis is also pretty good. Jalen Carter, however, sucks. Fuck Jalen Carter. Fuck his skill. You know what I mean? I don't think he's that good. No, I do think he's that good, guys. I'm just hating right now because I don't like what he did to Jordan Love injuring his leg last year. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, love you guys, and peace.